Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new piercing reaction video. Oh my gosh, hello. So today I'm going to be doing another reacting to piercing horror stories sent in by you. So as I always do, I got the stories on my phone and I'm going to go to the last video that I did posted about this and read some of your horror stories from there. And as always, if I haven't read your story out, you've posted it a few times and I haven't read it out, you're more than welcome to repost the same story on this video, and maybe in the next one I will get to your one. But of course I do get like hundreds each time I do this, so obviously I can't get to all of them, but thank you for everyone who do submit stories. But let's not beat around the bush here and get straight into your horror stories. Piercing horror story. My first year of college, I went into a rebellious phase. I think we've all been there, girl. And decided to get my rook and tragus pierced on the same day, on the same ear. Everything was going smoothly until a few weeks after the piercing, my then boyfriend and I were tossing a football outside. Oh God. Smacky wacky in the eary weary, that's what's going to happen. He threw it and I was distracted, and then the football of course hit my ear with the piercing straight on. It hurt so bad, but the piercing didn't tear or anything, so I soaked the ear in warm saline and went to bed. The next morning my ear was double of the size and there was throbbing pain from the bars being pushed to their limits. I ran to my boyfriend's dorm and asked him to try and take the bars out, and because of how swollen my ear was, he couldn't get a grip on the metal. He ended up removing them with some sketchy non-sterile pliers. Thankfully no infection happened, but I literally felt my ear relax once the metal was out. Literally one of these things, like when the pressure is on the piercing, as soon as you take it out, it is like a balloon's popped, and all the pressure is just like disappeared. But guys, seriously, if you've got new piercings, keep away from all these sporty activities, because I mean, who wants to do sport anyway? Not us. Chances are you'll either fall on it, you'll get a ball smacked in your face, you'll get it ripped out. I don't know, if you go swimming, like chlorine will damage the piercing. Like girls, keep away from it, okay? I went to Vlaire's. Ooh, Vlaire's. It's Claire's evil sister, Vlaire, what a bitch. I went to Claire's when I was 1, I ripped them out. Your parents took you to get your ears pierced when you were 1 year old. I mean, I'm assuming they told this story because you wouldn't be able to remember that. Don't pierce your baby's ears, guys. They're not toys. I got them pierced again when I was 7. They messed up. I had to struggle each day putting the earrings in because I had the hole was very close and they were pierced lopsided. Yeah, guys, seriously, like don't get ears done when you're that young. Like when you're like a baby, babies do not need ear piercings. Piercing your baby's ears reminds me of like piercing like a dog's ears or something, because it's like there's literally no consent. They have no real comprehension of kind of what's going on. Like you wouldn't pierce your dog's ears, why would you pierce your baby's ear? No time. Got no time for people to do that, no time whatsoever. My horror story, when I was 15, my mum took me to get my concha and tragus done. We went out of town to go to a trusted professional to do it. Well, I mean, at least she went to a professional. Feel like this is not gonna end very well though. I didn't have any issues with it besides this one time I was laying down watching something and I lifted my arm up without realizing my conch had been caught on my bracelet and ripped it out. So you must have been lying on your arm and your bracelet got caught like that, and as you picked it up, rippy whippy. Oh my God, that's not okay. The thought of like, because obviously I've got like a big like hoop here on my conch, like a horseshoe bar. Like the thought of like something pulling on that and like it ripping out is like horrendous. Like obviously, just so you know, this doesn't actually hurt. Once piercings are healed, you can move them, it doesn't hurt. But the thought of like something pulling hard enough that this would just rip out, like, trot along, bitch. It didn't hurt, but there was a lot of blood. It didn't hurt! And of course I had to be stubborn, so I went back to the piercer. My ear had swollen up to the size of a marble, but he put a larger barbell in and it ended up healing fine. You are very lucky that that healed okay, to be honest. For your body to go through that kind of trauma, it's rare that piercings will heal. Like normally, like you've damaged the cartilage around it enough that like it's just gonna be lumpy and stuff. I cannot believe that healed. I cannot believe that you said it didn't hurt. That's horrendous. But I'm also kind of surprised that the piercer didn't just be like, you know what, girl, let it heal. Take it out, let it heal, and get it redone at a later time. 2 days after getting my ears done, my sister was sweeping and hit my ear with a broom end. Why? I just imagine your sister going, I'm cleaning the house. Die, Savannah. Like, can you imagine? Just my fantasy. Hit me with the broom, I ended up fell to the floor crying because it hurt so bad. I don't understand why you were that close to her that she was able to hit you with the broom. Like, I don't understand, what were you doing? What was the I wanna know, like, why were you... My horror story. I was 8 or 9 years old and wanted to get my nose pierced. For reference, I'm now 20. My mother decided to get her ears done too. Oh, we love a mother-daughter pairing, getting piercings together. So we went to this woman's house that doubles as a house and hair salon that did piercings. Welcome to my house. It's now a hair salon. Also, I do piercings. Probably red flag. So we go in and the woman cleans the gun and gets things ready and asks who's first. I tell mum to go first because I had a bad feeling. You feed your mum to the lions. It was like, go along, mother, you go and have the experience and I'll see what's... Can you imagine? I love the fact you just go, ma'am, gone, toodle pip. Oh God. Gun got jammed, so the hole had no ring. My mum spends the next half to 45 minutes trying to put the ring in her nose. Needless to say, her nose was swollen and ugly for a while. However, I went ahead and got my nose pierced the same day by the same woman and the same gun. I mean, I've kind of lost sympathy for you now after that just happened, that you still went ahead with it. My ring was fine and I had it for a while before I took it out, so glad my mum went to go first. Sorry, mum. First of all, you got pierced with a hoop. No, that's not okay. Second of all, piercing with a gun on the nose. No, that's not okay. Third of all, pushing your mum to go first. I probably would have done the same thing. I didn't realise industrial bars were so notorious for keloids. I had a really bad one on mine that popped up and out of nowhere about 8 months after it was done. I don't know if this is what most people do, but my piercer suggested I use 100% tea tree oil. I hope she told you to dilute that. You cannot put tea tree oil like 100% from the bottle onto your piercing. That is so bad. Gary's trying to ring me. Gary, I'll talk to you later, girl. I'm filming, let me... See, a lot of people get confused with hypertrophic scarring and keloids. Keloids is something else where your body basically like forms this big scar, like a sort of ball scar tissue, and it can grow and it can like, basically keloids kind of like, sometimes they're a little bit like herpes, like once you get them, they kind of don't go away. They can be gone for ages, and all of a sudden they can come back out of nowhere. Hypertrophic scarring is what a lot of piercings do, where there's like a swelling like above either on the back or like the front of the piercing, which can go away by cleaning in tea tree oil and stuff. Keloids, like tea tree oil won't get rid of keloids. Piercing horror story. I was doing my own septum. I intentionally did it in the wrong place because I prefer how it looks lower. This is a lot, girl. So I was slowly pushing and my eyes started watering. Naturally, I closed them. Big mistake. And the needle went through. I now had a needle through the tip of my nose. What? I took it out and bled everywhere. I literally did my septum better and I've had it done for a month. Your needle went through your nose and came out here. What? Guys, please do not pierce yourself at home. And also, don't close your eyes when you're doing it if you're going to do it. I mean, don't do it at all, but if you're going to do it, don't close your eyes. I recently decided to stretch my ears. I got myself stretching kit and informed myself about how to do that. But I got so impatient, I stretched from a 14 gauge to a 6 gauge in less than 3 weeks. No, you need to slow the hell down. It went well until the last stretch, 8 to 6. It really hurt, but I was so impatient, I shoved the taper through. My lobes are really swollen and I hope I won't get a blowout. I think I learnt my lesson to wait between stretches. You should just take it out. Don't keep it in. You should take it out and let your ear heal and start again. Like, if you've got a blowout, it might not go back to normal, but like you should don't leave them in, just hope that the swelling goes down. Like you've really like gone too fast. You probably ripped the inside of your ear. Notice me, please. I notice you, Anna. Some bitch in my school decided it would be smart to stick her fat finger through my middle of my septum piercing. How big is your septum piercing? It was 2 days old. It ripped out my nose, and when she yanked her finger out, just to say I lost a lot of blood that day. Wait, I don't understand. Wait, what? So I managed to get their middle finger through your septum piercing when it's 2 days old. Is this story true? I feel like I'm being had here. You and your sneaky lies. I just don't believe you had your septum piercing and she managed to get her finger through your septum hole. Don't try to trick me, because I will always find out the truth. But not my horror story, but my boyfriend Gio's. He went to a professional shop to get his Smiley pierced. I personally don't like them, but One afternoon, the same night of when he got it pierced, he went to a party with several friends and got hammered, blacked out. Next morning, he woke up with a ring floating around in his mouth. Surprisingly, did not swallow it in his sleep and discovered he somehow tore it out, and now he has a slit permanently. That's not a good, no, guys, please. Like, if you want to get your Smiley pierced, fine. It's got a very easy chance of it getting ripped out. Also, it can really damage the front of your teeth and the top of your gums here a lot. I remember like one of these stories like a long time ago, a piercer commented saying that someone came in and she had massive like indents here in her gums where like the Smiley bar had been. Also, after you get piercings, it's never advised to go and get drunk because it thins your blood and you could like knock it and it could bleed. The same way that you wouldn't get piercings when you've been drinking. So I spent quite a lot of time in hospital this year, and one day me and my friend I made decided to pierce my ears. I had a lot of this glancing over to the camera. We went to the community kitchen and I sat next to the sink where she took an earring from a pack of 24 from Primark. They were £2. Oh my, piercing your ears with a blunt earring from Primark. We did 3 piercings this way, each with these 3 dodgy earrings. Eventually the nurses found out and my mum was fuming. I'm fuming! One thing, do not pierce yourself in public. Yeah? Maybe not, like, you know, just in public space, like in a hospital kitchen. Second of all, don't pierce them at all. Third of all, especially not with a piercing, like, stud from Primark. Live your life, girl, I guess. As always, guys, I'm now on the trigger train. Choo-choo, speed down the railway, about to plunge off a cliff and fall to my death. Help me! I absolutely love making these videos. Like, reading out your horror stories is so good. Again, I do feel like sometimes, like, some people might exaggerate. Maybe sometimes the truth, like the finger going through the septum. I don't really understand how that's possible. But as always, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget the notification bell. Want the notification squad? Be first to know when I do upload videos, put it onto all notifications. Hit the like button and also come follow me on my social medias. My TikTok is down below. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff is linked in the description and in the comment section. But as always, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be. And don't let any bitch out there tell you that you can't be you. Why? Because you are flawless.